Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter, and today I'm going to show you how to make these really cute little holiday gift bags using the White & Craft tin tie coffee bags available at Papermart. Today's video is sponsored by Papermart. You can find them online at www.papermart.com. They have these cute plain gift bags. They also have, or coffee bags, they also have them already printed and decorated in case you don't want to decorate them yourselves. But I'm pretty sure after today's video you're going to want to give this a try. So let's go to the table and I'll show you how to make these cuties. Okay, we're here at the table with all of our supplies. We've got our plain bags, our coffee bags with the tin ties, and then we've got our finished bags here. So first, let's do the snowman. That was the first one I came up with, and it was so easy. So let's begin with that. So we'll need a white bag for this. First thing we're going to do is take a piece of cloth. This is just a scrap of gingham fabric, and make a little slit on one end, and we're going to tear a strip of fabric for the scarf. By using a torn strip of fabric, it just gives it kind of like a primitive feel. And I'm just going to tie that around the bag kind of loosely. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alright, now that's loose enough. Hopefully it should be fine when the bag is opened. Alright, now I'm going to fold down the top. And then you can kind of see how it kind of makes a hat shape there. I am going to trace it. I'm actually going to make it a little bit shorter. And I'm going to trace the width of that onto a piece of black paper, just like so. And I'm going to cut it out. And then I'm just going to adhere it right on top. So when I close it and I fold these back, we'll actually have a little hat on there. It'll be kind of cute. And I'm just cutting it out with regular scissors. Nothing fancy. It's a great project for kids because you don't need any special tools. You can just kind of start cutting and crafting. My type of project. I think I'm actually going to use these. I have some older jewelry that I'm going to be selling at a craft fair, and I think that I will use these bags. I just did some stamping. Actually, I'll show you what I made. I just stamped these bags for some juggling kits that I made, the craft bags. I just stamped them, and I'm going to put the homemade juggling balls that I made in here to sell at the craft fair. My hands are a little inky, and apparently the ink is just transferring onto this lovely white bag I'm trying to work with. But you know me, I'm not going to stop rolling. This might be the only chance I get to film this video, so I'm just going to go with the flow here. Alright, I'm going to stick that right on there. You know what I do with baby wipes? I'm going to wipe my hands off with a baby wipe. Let's see if that helps at all. Alright, so for the eyes, we're just going to cut with our scissors some rough coal shapes out of that same black cardstock. Actually, that's a piece of black poster board. Any black paper you have will be fine. If you don't have cardstock, you can use construction paper. You can get, magazine pages out of the recycling bin and use that too. We're going to use a little scrap of orange to cut a triangle nose. Nothing hard about that. And we can actually put some real buttons on there for the shirt. So let's glue down these. I like this this glue pen, this Tombow Aqua, because it's just really easy to deal with. Already it's looking like a snowman. Now to embellish the hat, I'm just going to use a strip of red cardstock, just a little red cardstock scrap, and I'm going to just glue a little line there. Stick that on and trim off the excess. Just like so. And to make the holly, I don't have a holly punch, but I do have an oak leaf punch that I think looks close enough to holly or mistletoe. So I'm just going to punch out 3 of those. And just use my little glue pen again and stick it right on the hat. And there we go. And easy peasy. You can stick like a little rhinestone on there, or a little button, or whatever. I have these little white, clear rhinestones. I'm going to stick one in there because the brim is red, so this clear might show up a little bit better than a red one. Stick that right in there. And then when you open up the bag, it'll stand right up on your shelf. I have misplaced my buttons, but I will put 3 buttons there so it looked like that, and that's how you do the snowman bag. Pretty darn simple. Now for Santa, that's a very, very easy bag to do. Here's our example right there. So obviously you just need a couple pieces of red paper to cover the bag. We'll use that one. Look at that, it's the right size and everything. I'm just cooking with fire now. And we'll fold over the top. And this, of course, will be folded in behind. So we'll just fold that there to hold it in place for ourselves. And then we'll want to cut that. What I usually do is just kind of make a mark and go over to my paper trimmer, but since that's on the other side of the room, I'm just going to do it with my scissors here and tape that on. We'll use a black scrap of cardstock for the buckle. I've been sewing all morning. I'm a little bit out of my groove, out of my paper crafting groove, because I've been sewing all morning trying to get ready for that craft fair I'm going to be in this weekend. Alright, so the band I'm just going to eyeball here and stick on, just kind of trim off. Actually, I'll stick it on first, then I'll trim off the excess. That'll be a lot easier. Just using double-sided tape, but you can use glue. Use what you have. Alright, and then here's the trick to make the buckle. If you have a square punch, just punch a square. There we go. If you have a square punch, punch a square. It doesn't get any simpler than that. And then, because I want a fatter buckle, I will just cut around that. And you could use decorative scissors if you want to have a fancy buckle. That's going to be just fine for me here. So I'm going to put glue on 3 sides of my buckle here. You can do it however you want to, though. Alright, now I've got a little piece of string here, and I've got this punch, which is very handy because I do a lot of craft fairs and selling my work in shops and stuff, and I always need little tags. So I'm going to use this little tag, and I just realized that it matches this little stamp that I've mounted on a Jenga block, because that's what I do to a lot of my stamps, that I got in a grab bag a few years ago for my sentiments exactly. So I am just going to stamp that on my tag. This little tag says, "Do not open until Christmas." Very cute. I always, when I stamp, I kind of let the stamp sit on the paper for a second before I remove it to make sure I have a nice, good impression, like I do there. Punch my little hole here. And string on this beautiful papermart baker's twine. Love this stuff. I'm using it on everything because it just adds such a touch of kind of vintage whimsy. Vintage whimsy. I am coming up with the 50-point words today. Alright, tie it in a very sloppy knot, and I think I'm going to use a foam square to adhere. That's going to give me a little dimension. I'm going to stick that only on the top portion because I want this bag to be able to be opened and closed. And there is the finished Santa Claus bag. There's the one opened up, so you know you could put goodies in it or whatever. I'm going to use it for jewelry grab bags. I think that'll be fun. Alright, last but not least, we have good old Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, and his very shiny nose. So to make the nose, what you're going to do is take a punched out circle and coat it with glue. And then, I have a little glue tray that I'm going to use to keep my mess all together. Right there, and I'm just going to shake on some of this beautiful red ultra-fine papermart glue, 99 cents a bottle. Can't get over how cheap this glue is, this glitter is, because it's so awesome. And then you let it dry, and luckily, through the power of video, I have one already glittered and dried here, so I'm just going to set that right there. And for Rudolph's face, to do Rudolph, okay, this you could actually do this with a grocery bag, like a lunch sack, but it will not be as sturdy, I will just tell you that. But honestly, if you want the kids to try it, you can always do it with a lunch bag, and that will work just fine and dandy. So these are 3.5 inches wide, so I've cut a 3.5 inch square. What you want to do is just gently kind of meet the corner to corner and give it a little crease just on the edge so you know where the center point is. Then you're going to fold up each corner on one end, and that's going to give you the nose. And this will also be kind of 3D, because see how like the nose can kind of bend out and stand out a little bit? So that's why we're going to do that. And then we're going to use a little double-sided tape to adhere this to that. Alright, and I'm only going to adhere on the top because I want to be able to pop that nose out later. Alright, so we've glued on the nose, right to the tip of that. Okay, and I have the stamp that I found in the dollar bin at Joann's last Christmas, and it says, Happy Holidays, may you play in all the reindeer games, and I thought that is just adorable. So we're going to stamp that. I actually had a piece of pre-cut paper, but that has gone missing on my table of crafty chaos. I'm just very disorganized this week, but we will get through this video and you'll have a chance to make some holiday bags for the people on your list. There we go. It's a little crooked, but I'm not going to worry about it. Set that out of the way, and we're going to cut it out with a pair of scissors. There we go, and we're cutting, trying to be somewhat straight, but you know what? I'm really not going to lose sleep over a little crooked sentiment. Alright, I'll set that out of the way. Oh my goodness, it is chaos crafting, isn't it? I shouldn't even have attempted to make this straight. It's so obviously going to be crooked. I have a little chalk here. This is a little pan pastel. You can use whatever chalk you have. I do like this pan pastel chalk because it is just a little dab will do ya. It'll cover pretty much this whole thing and make it a nice, lovely green color. And oh yeah, we'll do a little pastel on the cheeks, a little chalk on the cheeks, chalky cheeks, to give Rudolph a lovely blush. Tap off the extra and just the excess and just kind of swirl it on in there. There we go. Those will be cute. Maybe put like a tiny red one, Rudolph the demon deer. Put a little white one in the middle. Jeez Louise, they're all interesting. They're all different. That's what I love about my creations, is that everyone is a little bit different. And it's not by my planning, it's just the way it works out. And I'm gonna use a little homemade glue dot to stick our eyeballs down. Again, we made that with the Aliens Tack It Over and Over glue. It's what the bottle looks like in case you want to get some. It's really handy. I make my own glue dots and glue burrs and glue spots and whatever size I need. So it's very nice to have. Alright, so kind of overkill, but I've had a problem with sequins popping off that I've used just regular glue to attach. So I don't want Rudolph to lose his eyeballs. Who would want that? That would just be a tragedy. Okay, let's make some antlers, shall we? Alright, I'm just going to cut off a scrap of cardstock. You know, if you don't have brown craft cardstock, you can use your, like an old grocery bag. That'll be just fun and dandy. And so I'm folding this in half because I want to cut two that are the same. I want to have two symmetrical antlers. And then I'm just going to, you know, just cut some antlers. No rhyme, no reason. I haven't even sketched it on. I'm just kind of freehanding it. And really, that's about all you need to do. It's pretty easy. On the lunch bag projects, I've seen like kids like trace their hands. So I'm just going to glue those in. I'm just going to kind of tuck it behind the face there. And I'm just going to use a little, you know what, I'm just going to peel the face up and I'm going to put some more tape down there. I forgot I did the exact same thing when I made the bag the first time, but that was a couple days ago, and I kind of forgot that I had to do that. Oh boy. Honestly. There it goes, kind of cute though. See, anyone can do this craft. If I can do it, anybody can. I'm going to mat this sentiment on a piece of red construction paper cardstock, but you can use construction paper. That's absolutely fine. Use what you have. You can use colored typing paper. It's all good. It will all work out. And you could use decorative scissors. I'm just going to use these plain old straight scissors. And not even particularly straight. I'm using straight scissors and I'm not cutting that particularly straight. Alright, now I'm going to use the same punch with the green to make some more mistletoe or holly or whatever we're going to call it. It's a little handheld oak leaf punch. And I'm just going to glue a couple of those on one side here. Boop, 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 boop. Now you can be cute and clever And you could draw eyelashes on your reindeer, or eyebrows, or freckles. I like freckles. I'll probably put some freckles on there. You know, so really, this is just a jumping off point. I'm sure you've had other ideas of what you can do to make these holiday bags. Please just go ahead and try, because why not? It's just a paper bag, really. This time I am going to use glue. I'm going to throw caution to the wind and use some glue here, see if that holds. There we go. Look at me, devil may care attitude. I've lost an oak leaf mistletoe. Where did that go? It's probably stuck to my glue bottle. Well, it's long gone now. You know what? That's only going to have 2 leaves. I made an executive decision there. Alright, and I had these little jingle bells left over from a project a couple years ago. I am just going to hang one from the little coffee tag, little tie tab there. And if I had a pen, I would draw on some freckles, but my pen has grown legs and walked off of my table. That happens a lot. There's a finished bag. Huh, this looks a lot more professional than what I just made. But, you know, it's one of my videos. What have you come to expect anyway? Who do you think this is? Martha Stewart? Alright, so there we go. We've got 3 cute gift bag ideas. I do hope you try them because it's so much fun and it's a fun project to do with the kiddos. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.